Hey guys, so today we're going to chat about preparing for a puppy. So there is lots that we can do. We can prepare our home and our garden, and that is by puppy proofing. So literally getting down on your hands and knees and crawling around, having a look to see what a toddler would be getting up to mischief with, what would be unsafe for a baby crawling around the house. That's the same as a puppy. So the more and more and more that you can tidy and clean up your house, the better it's going to be. What you don't want your puppy to have should not be lying around, should be put away. Beautiful, beautiful storage. Set it up to help your puppy to get life right. Puppy proofing the garden is also incredibly important. So making sure that there are no poisonous, dangerous plants, making sure that there are no holes in the fence. If you've got a tennis court or a swimming pool, making sure that the puppy can't get through anything, into any netting or into the pool area. Puppy proofing home and garden is incredibly important. What else can you do to prepare for your puppy? So obviously there's lots of stuff that you can buy. We're not going to go into that today. That's just a whole nother chat about what you need to buy before getting a puppy. But I want to talk about preparing your kids and preparing your dog if you have another dog too. So there is, again, lots that we can do ahead of time. Getting educated on dog body language is so important. Knowing when your dog is happy, when your dog is not, when your dog wants to interact, when they don't, and then teaching this to our children ahead of time. Teaching kids that dogs don't love being smothered. Most dogs don't love hugs and kisses, especially from children. Teaching kids that they need to be the good ones, always playing games, giving treats, never telling off, that sort of stuff. And then when it comes to preparing our dogs, again, lots we can do. So things like creating a little zen den, a little safe place for your puppy is going to be so important. It's going to help with toilet training. It's going to help with chew training. It's going to help giving your puppy a break from the kids, giving your older dog a break from the puppy. It's going to help give you a break when you can't be supervising everything. It's just a little zen den is so important. So setting up that playpen area with a crate, or setting up a laundry room, whatever it is that you decide to make your dog's little safe place. I'm going to actually share with you guys as well some snippets at the end of this of things that I did with Cooper in order to prepare him before bringing the puppy home. The other thing that I actually did as well, which is really important, is teaching your children and your dog that the zen den, the safe place for your puppy, is out of bounds. So I find setting this up ahead of time can help to really implement that and take away the excitement of it for everybody. So having it set up, have a little sign saying, this is do not disturb, puppy is sleeping or resting, making it like really out of bounds for everybody else in the house is going to be really helpful ahead of time. Think about your routine as well. If you have another dog, how are things going to change for your dog? When you get a new puppy, you can't really leave your new puppy home alone too much at the beginning. I actually don't recommend leaving your puppy home alone at the start for the first 3 to 5 days at least. So how is that going to look for your older dog getting walked? Do you need a dog walker? Do you need to, just use really good teamwork with you and your partner, or are your kids old enough to help walk? If not, maybe start mixing up your dog's routine a little bit now, because their routine might get thrown with a puppy. And it's going to make things easier if we can drip feed these changes over time and not make all these big changes the day the puppy comes home. It's really funny because this is the sort of stuff that I teach my clients that are pregnant, expecting a baby, how to prepare and help their dogs for life with a new baby. So similar sort of concept where we want to make the changes gradually over time, so that when that new puppy comes home, the dog doesn't associate all these changes with it being because of the puppy. We're going to start to get them used to these big changes before the puppy comes home, so that when the puppy comes home, it's just a new puppy. All those other things have already been there for a while, and there's not a lot of other stuff that is new and that's changed. Same with where you feed your dog. I strongly advise feeding dogs separately. So making sure that you're getting your dog used to being fed in an area that's sort of closed off, in a room or behind a gate, that sort of thing ahead of time. Same with where your dog sleeps. If you're going to be moving where your dog sleeps when the puppy comes, do that now ahead of time. In saying that though, try and maybe keep your dog sleeping where it's sleeping if you can. It will be nice. And just think about where puppy's going to sleep. But again, we're going to talk about where puppy sleeps in a later video. So really think ahead of time what you can do to prepare. I think being proactive is so much more helpful than being reactive. So set life up to help your puppy and your dog and your kids to get life right, rather than having to be reactive to everybody and yelling and screaming and shouting. Okay. If you have any questions on getting prepared before bringing home your new puppy, reach out. We are really excited to be going through this process too. So we'll be able to share all of my experiences with you guys, and love to hear from you. So make sure to get in touch. Bye. The setup has begun, guys. Our playroom, even though it has a sliding door, we have decided to put a baby gate on it. This way the puppy can be on one side and the kids can be on the other side, but still feel like they're a part of the family. I feel like if we close the playroom door, we're sort of blocking the kids out from being a part of everything. So baby gate is just to still make everyone feel included, and just so the puppy can't get in there and steal all their toys. They've got lots of little Lego, and as you can see, crap on the floor already. And now we've started to build our puppy's little area, a little safe place, a little zen den for the puppy. And we're 2 weeks out from getting our little baby boy. And the reason why we've set it up so early is to get Coops used to it. I want him to know what it feels like for me to be inside there without him. I know I talk a lot about using gates and crates and playpens and all that sort of stuff with dogs, but we haven't actually used it that much with Cooper. If anything, we close doors with him, he goes outside, we sort of use more management like that. So I want him to get used to there being food, toys inside that gate, and me inside that gate, and him not being able to be in there. So yeah, but I'll talk you guys through the setup a little bit later, sort of what we've done and why we've done it. But yeah, it's been a while since I've had a puppy. I know I teach people what to do with puppies, but it's been nearly 10 years since we got this boy. So it'll be really fun for me to put everything I've been teaching you guys into practice. But yeah, planning ahead of time and getting things ready beforehand is going to make the adjustment easier on the kids, so they know how to use the gates before the puppy is here, and on Cooper, so he gets used to us being on the other side of the gate without him, and he gets used to coming in and out, because Coops will be allowed in here. He'll be allowed in the playroom, and in fact the puppy will be allowed in the playroom too when it's clean, because it's a nice carpeted area. I actually think this is going to be a nice play area for the dogs when the kids aren't around. We do have floorboards, and that is not great for an old dog or a puppy to be playing on floorboards. So we'll be utilising the carpet when it's clean and there's no Lego on the floor and there's no kids running amok. So yeah, anyway, just thought I'd share that little snippet with you guys. Good boy, Cupie. This morning I actually sat in there as well and played with a couple of the toys and just rewarded him for being on the other side. So I'll keep you posted on the progress, but it's very, very exciting. Currently doing some work, and I have popped some food in the playpen behind me. Here's my new playpen, and just sort of testing Coops. There is food in the food bowl in there, and just getting him used to that, really. He's such a food motivated dog that he needs to learn that there's going to be another dog in the home that's going to want, that's going to need to eat. So instead of having him just there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect him. Come on, Coops, on your bed. Sorry, get a full, on your bed. Good boy. Good dog. So I'm going to try and encourage him to just chill out. I'm sitting on the couch working. Well, I was a second ago. And instead of focusing on the food in the playpen area, which is just behind where I'm sitting on the couch, I want him to chill on his bed. Good boy. That's a good boy. And we're just going to slowly chip away at this over the next few days, next few weeks before the pups come home. I know it seems ridiculous that our house is gated and everything already, but it is clever and it's going to help the whole process. Obviously the puppy needs to adjust when it comes into the house, but also Cooper needs to adjust. He's nearly 10 years old and he's never lived with another dog before. So I'm just trying to make some baby steps like you would prepare bringing a baby home. I'm preparing my dog for bringing a puppy home. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. We are a couple weeks off exactly getting our new puppy, and I am just practicing Coops being behind the gate while I am home. He watched me prepare a licky mat and pop the licky mat into the puppy playpen. Obviously I wouldn't give a puppy a licky mat filled with that much stuff. I'm actually just going to stick that in the freezer after and give it to Cooper another time. But just getting him used to the fact that he's enjoying a treat behind a gate and there is another treat in there. Okay, it's going to be a tough skill for him. He's very food driven to learn to be okay when there is a puppy enjoying something over there. So with 2 weeks to go, it is time to prepare. Kippy, where is it? Good boy. Go get the broccoli. Where is it? Good boy. All right, looks like I got my work cut out for me.